Halo, selamat pagi Bapak Ibu yang sudah hadir di webinar Teachnspire pagi ini. Selamat datang, selamat bergabung. Kita masih menunggu teman-teman yang lainnya Bapak Ibu untuk bergabung. Jadi Bapak Ibu boleh memperkenalkan diri di kolom chat supaya kita saling kenal ya Bapak Ibu ya. Oke, sudah ada Bapak atau Ibu yang sudah saya lihat dulu ya di kolom chat ya Bapak Ibu. Sudah ada Ibu Doroti dari SDK IBC Pontianak. Halo Bu Doroti, selamat bergabung sama kita. Bapak Ibu yang lain juga boleh kenalan, sekalian kita sambil bangun koneksi juga ya sama rekan-rekan guru se-Indonesia. Bapak Ibu boleh perkenalkan diri, domisilinya di kota mana saat ini, dan mengajar kelas berapa atau bidang studi apa ya Bapak Ibu ya. Oke, kita sambil menunggu rekan-rekan lain yang masih bergabung, masih ada 5 menit lagi. Bapak Ibu feel free untuk memperkenalkan diri di kolom chat ya. Oke, selamat datang kepada Bapak Ibu yang barusan bergabung di webinar kita hari ini. Kita masih punya 2 menit lagi Bapak Ibu untuk menunggu rekan-rekan kita yang lagi on the way ya. On the way untuk sampai ke webinar. Jadi Bapak Ibu boleh perkenalkan diri di kolom chat. Kalian kita juga bangun koneksi ya sama rekan-rekan lain se-Indonesia yang hadir hari ini. Bisa tulis alamat atau tempat tinggal Bapak Ibu di mana, domisilinya, kemudian Bapak Ibu guru kelas berapa atau bidang studi apa.
suruh di chat tulis nama kita, terus guru di mana ngajar apa.
Iya, benar sekali. Halo, selamat pagi. Sudah ada Bu Buana Misi ya, Ibu Buana dari Rantepao di Sulawesi ya, mengajar kelas 6. Sama Bu, sama kayak saya. Salam kenal Ibu Buana. Oh, ada juga Bu Vera ya, dari Pematang Siantar. Di Siantar mengajar kelas 6, kelas 5, kelas 3. Wah, banyak kelasnya ya yang diajarin sama Bu Vera. Berarti Bu Vera guru bidang studi ya Bu ya? Karena ngajar 3 kelas. Oke, ngajar apa kalau boleh tahu Bu Vera? Siapa tahu ada yang sama nih, ngajar pelajaran yang sama, abis ini bisa kontek-kontekan, sharing resources mungkin. Oh, IPA, oke. Terima kasih Bu Vera sudah memperkenalkan diri. Oke, Bapak Ibu sudah pukul 10 pagi ya di waktu Indonesia Barat, dan di saya berdomisili di waktu Indonesia Tengah, daerah waktu Indonesia Tengah, WITA. Sekarang sudah jam 11 ya. Untuk rekan-rekan yang di daerah waktu Indonesia Timur sudah siang. Selamat siang, selamat pagi ya kepada Bapak Ibu guru yang sudah hadir bersama kita hari ini. Selamat bergabung di webinar ke-22 Teachnspire yang diadakan hari ini. Nah, seperti yang Bapak Ibu sudah lihat, web kita hari ini berjudul Making Digital App for Your Classroom. Ini adalah webinar yang merupakan kolaborasi dari The Teacher kami. Nah, Bapak Ibu, selamat datang dari semua rekan-rekan yang mau memperkenalkan diri, masih mau perkenalkan diri, silahkan tuliskan di chat nama Bapak Ibu. Bapak Ibu mengajar di daerah mana, plus mengajar kelas atau bidang studi apa, supaya kita saling kenal ya Bapak Ibu ya. Oke, sambil Bapak Ibu memperkenalkan diri, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan sedikit saja singkat tentang Teachnspire. Jadi Bapak Ibu, saya dan teman-teman di Teachnspire menyediakan platform untuk kita sebagai guru belajar secara kolaboratif, tidak hanya antara sesama guru di daerah tertentu, tetapi kami sudah memfasilitasi hingga webinar ke-22 ini sudah hampir 1.000 guru yang sudah tergabung gitu ya di Teachnspire dari berbagai tempat di Indonesia, dari berbagai jenjang yang diajar dan berbagai bidang studi. Dan juga ada rekan-rekan guru yang tidak mengajar di sekolah formal, tetapi bergerak di bidang pendidikan non formal yang juga sudah bergabung bersama kami sampai aktivitas webinar ke-22 ini. Dan kami punya satu mimpi gitu ya, supaya pendidikan Indonesia berkelanjutan, kualitasnya berkelanjutan, aksesnya, dan dapat sangat-sangat benefited anak-anak Indonesia. Gitu ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu, kami tidak bekerja sendiri. Kami seperti yang tadi saya bilang, kami adalah platform kolaboratif. Kami ingin apresiasi inovasi-inovasi dan ide-ide luar biasa, praktek-praktek baik yang Bapak Ibu guru kerjakan di kelas. Jika Bapak Ibu ingin berbagi dengan rekan guru lain melalui Teachnspire, Bapak Ibu dapat berbagi dalam bentuk artikel, mengirimkan deskripsi singkat tentang kegiatan yang ingin dibagikan, dan beberapa dokumentasi foto atau video nanti kami publikasikan di blog Teachnspire. Kami akan sertakan juga kontak Bapak Ibu supaya dapat dihubungi oleh rekan guru lain yang ingin kolaborasi. Dan kami juga membuka kesempatan Bapak Ibu bisa mendaftarkan diri ya untuk terlibat dalam webinar atau workshop, baik sebagai pembicara, mengusulkan pembicara, mengusulkan topik, seperti yang terjadi hari ini gitu ya. Bapak Ibu, kami membuka kesempatan ini kepada Bapak Ibu dari sekolah manapun, di jenjang apapun yang ingin berbagi gitu ya. Dan kami juga buka kesempatan kalau Bapak Ibu ingin diadakan pelatihan yang intensif untuk sekolah atau organisasi Bapak Ibu, boleh juga sampaikan ke kami. Nanti ada banyak rekan-rekan guru yang pengen ya untuk berbagi juga dengan sekolah atau organisasi yang secara khusus gitu ya bekerja sama dengan kita. Nanti akan kami hubungkan antara sekolah atau organisasi Bapak Ibu dengan para narasumber kami. Dan kalau Bapak Ibu juga selain menjadi pendidik bergerak di organisasi atau komunitas yang mau kerja sama-sama, kabari kami juga, kami sangat terbuka dengan kolaborasi ya Bapak Ibu. Oke. Ini Bapak Ibu dapat menghubungi kami di Instagram, Facebook maupun di Telegram. Nanti kami akan berikan link kepada sosial media kami, Bapak Ibu bisa hubungi. Nah, hari ini kita kedatangan dua narasumber yang sangat luar biasa. Kita punya Mr. Leo dan juga nanti ada Miss May ya. Nah, Mr. Leo seperti yang Bapak Ibu sudah baca di poster ya, nanti akan langsung kenalan habis ini dengan Mr. Leo, adalah seorang ahli dalam teknologi terkait pembelajaran menggunakan perangkat handphone. Sudah banyak sekali aplikasi yang beliau buat yang membantu sekolah-sekolah dari berbagai jenjang bahkan sampai universitas untuk membuat aplikasi menunjang pembelajaran. Ya, jadi kita sangat beruntung Mr. Leo bisa hadir hari ini dengan kita. Nanti lebih jelasnya Bapak Ibu akan lihat langsung dan rasakan langsung ya keahlian Mr. Leo yang akan berbagi kepada kita. Kemudian kita juga kedatangan Miss Mel, jadi hari ini perpaduan ya, ada narasumber pria dan wanita. Miss Mel juga punya keahlian dalam bidang desain teknologi berbasis pengalaman pengguna. Jadi kita ingin nyiptain aplikasi yang memang membantu anak-anak kita dalam proses belajar ya. Nah, itu Miss Mel bisa bantu kita nanti untuk bagaimana mendesain aplikasi yang cocok untuk kelas atau kebutuhan kelas kita ya. Nah, Bapak Ibu, hari ini kita sebagian besar akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris, tetapi tidak perlu khawatir, di slide PowerPoint sudah ada terjemahan bahasa Indonesianya yang sekiranya dapat membantu. Tapi kalau Bapak Ibu ada poin yang ingin diklarifikasi atau ditanyakan, silahkan sampaikan di kolom chat, nanti akan kami sampaikan kepada pembicara. Atau kalau Bapak Ibu ingin tanyakan langsung juga boleh. Ya, tidak harus menunggu sampai Q&A, Bapak Ibu bisa langsung menanyakan ketika memiliki pertanyaan. Kami akan memberikan materi dari pembicara, ringkasan sesi tanya jawab, beserta rekaman dan sertifikat melalui WA dan email dalam 3 hari ke depan, paling lama. Dan untuk itu nanti Bapak Ibu akan diberikan form feedback yang bersifat sebagai presensi juga. Ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu, sudah siap? Boleh saya lihat mana yang sudah siap? Boleh kasih reaction. Boleh berikan reaction untuk Bapak Ibu yang sudah siap untuk belajar dari Mr. Leo dan Miss Mel hari ini. Oh, sudah ada yang memberikan.
Siap, Kak.
Oke, sudah siap semuanya ya. Oke, without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Leo and Miss Mel to share with us prepared before.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
introduction.
you very much for your wonderful introduction.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. You can see the screen, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen now.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, I'll just start, right? Okay. Thank you for your time for coming to join us today. Yes. Yeah, just a little bit of our company. We specialize in mobile learning since 2005. We do a lot of customized app and enterprise app. And recently we developed a platform I share with you very, very soon. Right? So today's subject is how to create apps. Now,
can I check with you guys? I'm sorry. I kind of realized that you are seeing also the slide by the side. Am I right?
Yeah,
Krista?
we are seeing the slide of the slide
Yeah,
also.
we are not seeing. Yeah, so I
How come?
find that this is a problem with Zoom.
Help with
How to
that? Is it
rectify
okay?
this? Because you're seeing every next slide that is coming.
Yeah. Do you want me to help with that, Miss Mel and Mr. Rio?
Yeah, Leo, why don't you?
Yes, why not? Why not you do that?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
I
you do
have
that until when I
link.
need to take over. Yes, correct.
Ya, sure. Oke, give me sebentar ya Bapak Ibu, saya akan share screen dari saya saja. Oke. Oke.
We can control this.
Where is it? Okay, here we go.
Okay. Can you
I have
share? Can you show
But
the
I'm
slide?
still seeing the same.
Okay, can you show slideshow? Slideshow?
Okay.
Yeah, good. Okay, next slide. So you just help me to control, okay? Thank you very much. Next one. Okay, let them read. Okay, then you go to the next one. Okay, so we talk about how to create slide today, right? So next, please. How to create the apps. Now, this is a process. If you're not familiar, I'm not sure how many of you have done apps development before. So number one is to analyze the needs, why you want to create this app. Then you do wireframe, which means on the paper, you just draw the first screen, second screen, third screen, how do you join together? And then you do a prototyping. So next slide, please. Just click. Yeah, you do a prototyping. So something like this that I shown you. So prototyping, there are many ways to do it. There's some software. We are using PowerPoint, okay? Just like that. You design all your prototyping, just a mock-up. All the slides are connected together with icon, right? Icon is like the home, go to the first page and the next page, and then you want a video, go to the video page or something like that. All right. This is a special apps we created for all the a few of the interesting places in Indonesia. And then after you do the prototyping, you can do a slideshow to see exactly is it what you wanted. All right. Then the next step will be number 4. Then you get a developer to create the apps using whether Android or iOS, the coding, so that you will show every single slide and the interaction exactly as how you design. Then if this is what you want, then you do deployment, you publish into the app store, all right? And subsequently, you will just do maintenance, all right? Okay, next one, next step, yeah. The next slide, please. Yeah, this is the coding part. Coding part is where you before that. So sorry, back, yeah.
Sorry, Krista.
Before that, the most costly and the time consuming is this coding part. Some coding may need 3 to 6 months before you deploy. Okay, this is a difficult part, and then you need to get a developer to do it for you if you are not a developer yourself. Okay, now next slide, please. Okay, these are some of the reasons why we use PowerPoint for prototyping. Now, PowerPoint is a very powerful authoring tool, right? We call it authoring tool because you can add video, sound, picture, background, color. And almost like I think every one of us understand how to use PowerPoint. You can add all sorts of shapes and gradients and create buttons and so on and so forth, right? And then you can lay out for the user interface. Next slide, please. Okay, so it's perfect for using PowerPoint for such purpose like doing a mock-up. Okay, so you can create engaging interactive content, multimedia content using PowerPoint. You simply just have to use hyperlink, create from a button and then to next slide or go to home, just create a hyperlink to link to the slides you want. So it's very easy to use. You can use all the animation as well. You can also link the Google form or Microsoft form, so you can do quizzes and survey, which is free for you now. All right, next slide, please. Okay, now this is the example we're going to show it to you later. interesting places in Indonesia. All right. Next slide. Is it moving? Yes. Okay. Now that is process, but that process of app creation, you need coding. All right. Now, how about creating app without having to know coding in order to save time, money? Because coding take the longest time. All right, a few months and a lot of money to develop it. And then if you want to update, you need to get a developer to update for you as well. Okay, so if there's a possibility for you to create an app without coding, is it good for you? Yeah. So next one, please. Next slide. Now imagine, click for me one time, please. Imagine you are doing this app, and what if, one more click for me. What if you forget and do not want to use coding? All right, one more time. Click to save money. Okay, click one more time, and then you just create a magic box. Click for me one time, so that you just do your mock-up and your prototype and upload it to the magic box. Click for me one time, please, so that you become an app and you can just deploy into the App Store. That will save you a lot of time and money. Okay, and I'm going to share with you how to do this, and all of you can do it because all of you understand what is PowerPoint. Okay, now we have developed a solution where you can rapidly create the content using PowerPoint, publish and deliver through apps. We call it VOC. All right, also we included a video conferencing, so we call it the virtual online classroom, very suitable for you for schools. Next slide, please. And we won award, winning award last May, just last month, from Institute of Adult Learning. Last year, May, yes. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, this is all-in-one solution. So you just simply create a PowerPoint. Okay. And then upload it. Yeah. All-in-one solution. Yes, correct. Okay, just let it go. Yes, correct. Okay, put a PowerPoint into the VOC and then you get an app straight away. In 4 or 5 minutes, you have the content appear in your app. Okay. And the app can be customized, can be white brand. You can put your own, icon, publish in the App Store. Next slide, please. Okay, and VOC works like magic. All right, you can work in multiple language. You save time and money. The information is secured in Amazon Cloud. We are using Amazon Cloud. If you want the whole software to be put in your school server, is possible as well. All right, you can do real-time control updates. You can even personalize it and your own branding. Next slide, please. So you create your own app very easily. Okay, as easy as 1, 2, 3. Next one, please. Now this is a process. First, you create a PowerPoint. Okay. Click one more time. Second step, you upload it to the PowerPoint. So when you upload into the back end, you just give it a name, give it a category, and then you select the PowerPoint from your PC. You just upload. That's all you do. Okay. Next slide. And then you download the app from the App Store, and your administrator will provide you, or if you are the administrator, you provide the user ID password to your user or your students. Okay, and next slide. Yeah, and then your app will appear. Okay, it looks like something like this onto your mobile device. So if you click the selections of the places of interest you prefer, you go to the slides, you can click the video, you will play the video. Okay. Okay, it's supposed to play sound, but through Zoom, I don't think the sound can play. There's a problem with this video conferencing. Okay. All right. You play sound, you play audio, and so on. Next slide, please. This is just example. Yeah. So you can use VOC to create your own slide, your own mobile apps just using PowerPoint. Okay. And we have added in also a feature like push notification, so that you can send a notification to the various group, various classes, all right, to inform them about new content you uploaded, okay, or other information you want to share with them. All right. I'm not sure you have downloaded the app.
Can we have a sort of like a show of how many of you have downloaded VOC from the App Store? Just key one into the chat.
I have informed the participants to download, so let me check if they have all downloaded it.
Yeah, some have not. Yeah, some have not.
Yeah, because we have asked the ID and password. We can only download, but we do not know the ID and password before.
Okay, ID password is small letter demo 27.
Key into the chat.
Okay, you do for me.
Yeah. Just
I'll
keep
key into
talking.
the chat for you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Demo, ID is demo 27, and password the same. Password is the same. So when you log in, you see example, right? We will share with you the example later. Okay, so you can log in first, then we come to example later, right? The next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay, so with this solution, you can have upload a complete library of content or learning content, things that you want to share with your students. Okay. All right. And then you can also put them into groups of students like class 1, class 2, or class A, class B. And then you can also decide, like class A can see only content 1, 2, 3. Class B can see only content X, Y, Z. Okay. And you can also put a Google form link into the slide, and so that your student can access into the quizzes and also survey you created using Google form. And also we provide a feature for students to download the content on their devices, which is very safe, secure, encrypted on the device. Your student will not be able to just copy and give it to anybody. All right. Okay. So it's a secure download and see in the phone. So your student may not have internet connection at home. So in the school, they can download using the school Wi-Fi, and so that the content can be in the devices and they can read, yeah, or revise anytime when they are home, when there's no internet. Yeah, next slide, please. Okay. And every PowerPoint you uploaded, we create a QR code for you. So that you can use a QR code and scan it, use it for location-based content, or put it anywhere in the schools, or put it in your textbook. So students can use the app QR code reader to scan the QR code and they get the content on their devices immediately. All right. So all these security are already put into the whole complete system. All right. And then if your school has your own branding, or you want to create your own app, and then you want to have your own branding, your own app to be published into the App Store, we just have to white brand for you. Okay, that's all we need to do. All right, next slide, please. Now we have integrated a platform, a video conferencing platform. You have all the features as you can find in Zoom. All right, you have breakout room, you have polling, you have chat for individual, you have chat for public. You can share your screen. One difference we have is that we have a multi-user interactive whiteboard. So every one of your students can write something on the whiteboard. So when they move around with the mouse, you can see their name on the whiteboard as well. So you know who is not participating. All right. This video conferencing software is designed specially for educators, for trainers, for schools, and for universities, for anyone who want to deliver classes. That's why we call it VOC, Virtual Online Classroom. All right. Okay, next slide, please. Now, these are the things that you can use our VOC to create the apps. You can do a campus, you can do a flipped classroom, you can do digital book magazine, checklist, you know, anything that you want to use, as long as PowerPoint can create and connect to Google Form or Microsoft Form. You can do coaching as well. All right. Okay, next one. Next slide. Okay, so we are award-winning, intuitive, easy to use. You can deliver synchronous or asynchronous virtual learning, which means video on the video, everyone in the video, or like classroom, right? Virtual classroom, or they can learn on their own pace. Effectively engage students in their learning, okay, and facilitate quiz and survey. Next slide, please. You look at some example. These are some of the universities and schools and customers using our platform. We have 4 universities in Hong Kong and 1 in Malaysia, and some government department in Singapore, and leadership training as well. Next slide, please. Okay, we got an award 2015. Next slide, as well as 2019. Okay, from Hong Kong University. Next slide, please. Then how to apply? The question is now then, if you want to create app, then how do we apply? Now, same thing, let's say we go to analysis, what we want to do. Then do some wireframe. In this case, we use PowerPoint, and then we upload to the VOC, and then you have an app straight away. Next slide, please. Next slide.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is it working?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Works now.
Okay. Now, because of the lockdown, many schools are using virtual learning, correct? Okay, e-learning and so on. But switching from face-to-face to virtual learning or e-learning, you cannot ensure the same level of engagement and efficacy with your students. And there are complaints from parents that students are not learning as much as they are in the classroom. So how do we solve this? All right. So why not we create an app to solve this problem? Okay. So next slide, please. Now, in the traditional way of learning, as you know already, you are teaching. In the classroom, you deliver content, right? You just download content, 1 to 40 students. You give them homework so they work at home, right? This is the normal way of learning. So we are, okay, next slide. To solve the problem of virtual learning, we advocate flipped classroom, all right? In the flipped classroom, you are engaging the students to work on problems. You facilitate them, all right, to work on problems. At home, you deliver the content using devices, which means anything that they need to read, all the videos, that they need to watch. Instead of doing in the classroom, you get them to do it at home, and then you prepare them so that they can do their own research, and then if they have questions, they then bring it into classroom, and then your job as a teachers will do facilitation to solve the problem for them so that they learn together. Okay, now next slide, please. Now you understand what is Bloom's taxonomy. To connect the flipped classroom to the Bloom's taxonomy, we are saying that you will deliver the lower order thinking skill, which is the remembering, understanding, applying content at home, all right, through mobile devices. Through mobile devices, you upload the content for them, video and music whatsoever. They can study at home. Then they do their own Google research to find out what they don't know. If they don't really know, they bring the questions to you in the classroom. All right, next slide, please. So in the classroom, you do the higher level. You do the higher order thinking skill. Okay, there's a mistake there. There's a higher order thinking skill, not lower. Okay, which is analyzing, evaluating, and creating as per Bloom's taxonomy, which means what they don't understand, why they choose A instead of B or C. If there's a multiple choice, how they analyze, how they learn to analyze and evaluate, how to use a skill to create new application, new ideas. All right. So in school, this is what you do. So next slide, please. This is how how you deliver the flipped classroom. So for pre-class, you create your content using PowerPoint, upload to VOC so that they can view on their mobile devices while they are at home before the class. They can watch some related video or for the coming lessons. All right, read some related content of the coming lesson. Okay, and then students or parents, if the student are younger, can also send email or call the teachers from the app if they have any questions. Right? Okay, that's called pre-classroom. And you can send a notification to all the students through the apps to inform them what time, when is a classroom which is coming, the virtual classroom. So that, next slide, please. That is an in-class, all right, next slide. So in the class, you will do the higher level order thinking skill, all right? So you engage a student in terms of all those activities that you are not possible to deliver when they are at home, okay? Like working together, learn something together, okay? Sing a song together, for example, okay? And then do activities which you can deliver for higher thinking skill, all right, in the classroom, okay? So they learn together. Okay, next one, next slide. And then at the end of the classroom, there's a post-class. You can also, through the app, send them videos related to the lesson they just come across, right, in the virtual room, the virtual classroom, to reinforce the learning. Provide them with supplementary resources for better understanding of the lesson. Okay, at the same time, they can also ask questions by email or calling the teachers, all right, if it's allowed. Okay, next slide. Okay, any questions from you? Anyone?
Okay. Mr. Leo, we have one question from one of the participants. Yes. It's from Miss, let me check one more time. Krishna. She asked, how do we get our own ID and password in the future after the demo for today? How can we access that?
Correct. After that, for example, okay, later we come to this because we are going to provide you with free access for 1 month, so you can be an administrator. We will do a simple training for you, so you can create your own user ID password for your student. All right, a limited amount. You have an admin account, okay? So that's how we're going to do it. All right, we'll share with you the whole complete system, so that it's easy for you to create your own app. All right, okay, we'll come to this later. Any other questions?
Oke, thank you Mr. Leo. Bapak Ibu, ada pertanyaan lain lagi untuk akun yang ini bakal bisa aktif sebulan ini ya. Nanti bakal dikasih tahu gimana caranya. Ada pertanyaan lagi dari Bapak Ibu. Someone asked Mr. Leo before about is it available on for iPhone and stuff, but then some participants already found that on the iPhone, so they already shared.
Correct. You get from iPhone, iPad, Android devices, any screen size, all right?
Yes, okay.
And as an administrator to upload the content, you actually do it on your PC.
Okay.
Okay, only students use it from their mobile devices.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the participant do not have any more questions. Oh, there is one more question from Miss Ibu Emma. Let me read it for you. She asked if whether we can log in into the POC with using another code. Sepertinya tidak bisa Ibu Emma karena dibuatkan sama administrator dari Mr. Leo and Miss Mel. Udah dibuatkan yang ada kodenya. Okay.
Yes, so understand, yeah. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is to share with you my screen for the last few slides, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, one moment, yeah. I'm going to share screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to open my PowerPoint first.
So Mr. Leo or Miss Mel, while you're preparing, Ibu Emma also asked a further question. So if we want to use it in class after the webinar, we are using the same ID and password the demo
Yeah.
27, right?
That one is only for one demo,
One
demo. Yeah, one content we are going to share with you. How you use the VOC for delivering, flipped classroom using the sample example. All right, and then we'll provide you with access for 30 days. You can create your own content. From there, we can answer more questions.
You need to register.
Okay, but you need to register later. I'll share with you what to do. All right, next.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now you can see the slide, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to share with you this slide. We have a pricing model. We provide for free for 30 days. One creator account, one admin account, and actually 5 users account. We can share with 5 people. All right. We have a creator account. The amount is there per month. All these are per month, right? So it depends on how many users or students you want. If you are going to create your own app because you are teachers, you are educator, you provide services, then you can select what you want to do. Okay, it's a very low cost solution. We can talk about this again when we provide you with training. If you want to join us with a free access, all right. If you want to have the free access for 1 month to try it out, and we can spend more time with you to explain how to do it very quickly, all right. And Ms. Mel will share with you also her experience of how to create content using PowerPoint. All right, she's an expert in this area. So what you need to do is just do a registration. You send an email to this email that we provide you. All right, give your name, school organization, contact number. What are you interested to create? Okay, and also then they will send you email. We confirm admin user ID password and URL for you to access to the content. Okay, and we provide you also the training date and time. All right, we have already trainers in Indonesia who are familiar with VOC, who can provide you training as well in Bahasa Indonesia. No problem, they are quite good. Are very good at this.
So don't worry. Okay?
Don't worry, yeah, don't worry. It's very easy. All right. So with that, I'm going to get Mel to share with you some example. Okay. All right.
Any further questions?
Any further questions? Yeah, she can share with you some of these example. One example. All right, that is showing on your screen, on the demo 27. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to share the screen and okay, with an app. Okay, yes, we are seeing this already. Yeah. So Mel will take over.
Okay, hi everyone again. Okay, this is going to be interesting. First, a little bit about how I got started. I have no tech background. I don't do developing, but I'm very proud to say that I have done a lot of apps, very interesting apps, through the power of VOC. So I'm just going to take you through now very quickly in the next 5 minutes how a flipped learning app would look like. Would you like that?
Yes, Miss Mel.
Okay. All right. So now I have a emulator, which is actually what you are looking at your mobile phone if you have logged in using the demo account. So demo 27 will bring you to this particular page that will show you. How do I go back? Go to the okay. Like I said, I'm not very tech savvy, so Leo has to help me every now and then. But when it comes to creating app, I am much better than Leo. Okay. All right. So now, if you look at your mobile app or you look at the on screen, you will see that this is what a student will probably be looking at. So first off, before the lesson starts, let me craft you a scenario. Okay. So let's say to run the class, the flipped classroom, I would have my content in my app, right? So what I'll do is for the pre-class, I would send a notification to my students to let them do their prep work. Meaning to say, I would want them to go, I would want them to download and then enter into this portion where they will complete from basic lesson 1, everything that is under basic lesson 1. So the first thing that they would do is that they would do a small quick survey to tell me let's say supposing it's a fresh class, right? I want to know, and this case is they're teaching, I am teaching music, okay, ukulele in specific. So I would require them to take a very simple survey. It doesn't quite show up here. Can I full screen this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll full screen this. But on your mobile phone, you will see it very nicely. You will see this, all right, appearing, all right, on your phone. And as a student, I would key in all these answers so that as a teacher, you'll be able to collect your data about the student's level of understanding. You are able to gauge how to pace your lesson. Okay, this is fantastic because then the students can relate to you better because you are pacing at their rate. So let's say out of 12 students or 20 students, like maybe about like 8 of them very good. The rest, the 12 are not so good. So then you know now who in particular by name, who answers you whether they have ever even to hold the instrument before, or are they very good already, they're able to play. So now you have a very clear picture of who your students and what they can do. So the next.
Going too fast, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Leo is asking if I'm going too fast.
Apakah terlalu
if I'm
cepat
too,
buat Bapak Ibu?
yeah, if I'm going too fast, yeah, I'll go slower. You can keep. Okay, I'll go slower. Okay. Okay, so then, as a student, okay, I have messages. Okay, you can look at the messages below. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll slow down a bit, right? Okay, so now back to my blue stack. Just a minute. Okay. So then the next thing is, after I've completed as a student, I will do a read up because this is what teacher want me to do a read up before I come to the class on the virtual learning. So I will be able to learn some basic foundation. All right, if you look at this, this is the instruction. The next page is the instruction how to navigate in the app content in this particular piece of information that I'm supposed to upload. So I go from number 1. Okay, you can see it's very pleasant, and then I can even click here to look at anatomy. Now, how did I do all that? It's simply by hyperlink. So as we do our PowerPoint in class, we do hyperlink, right? But we don't do it in a way whereby it's like an app environment, but it's very easy to achieve that. So just bear in mind that you need to navigate your students, all right? So now over here, I can go back to my main page by clicking onto the logo, all right? And I just take it through very quickly. We'll go through more details when we do the actual training, hands-on. So over here, we'll introduce how to hold a ukulele. All right, and then also we can even show them a video. So that, okay, so, all right, so there's music, but maybe according to Leo, you may not be able to hear it. But on your mobile phone, you will hear the music, all right? You can definitely hear it. So then over there, you can provide whatever that is best for to prepare your students for the class that you're going to hold on video conferencing. Okay, so then that you can even go through to the extent of even showing them a songbook. Okay, let me just show you how it looks like. Okay, so you can even listen. Maybe you cannot hear it, but you can actually listen to it. Okay, right. Okay, so this would be just a gist of what we can do, but we can do so much more. Sky's the limit. So now this is all about. Can I go back here? Okay, this is all about the second read up, the second action. Then the third action will be, I will also, as a teacher, I will go for an assignment, meaning to say, I want engagement. So now after, okay, hold on. After they have done all this, they have read up, right? I want them to give them an assignment so that they do something active and bring to class during the video conferencing. Okay, during the virtual classroom. All right, so I didn't put anything here because I do not want to be too specific, but I can assign some action for them to take so that they will bring maybe a research piece or maybe a conclusion, something that they kind of like did and then they want to bring to class to share. All right. So this is the assignment bit that we will highly recommend. So after that, okay, we can even have a survey. The survey can be at the end of it. It's up to you. I put it there because just to let you know that you can also run survey after the class or even before the class. Okay. All right. Okay. So far so good. So now this is what they will do pre-class before the coming to the virtual lesson. Leo is saying that I should explain to you also the setup of the app. The app is constructed in a very simple way. So as a student, when I log into the app, I will see the banner, which is actually moving on top, right? You can see I often think in music for life. Now these are banners. Banners are like the bulletin board, so that it will catch the attention, whether it is an announcement, whether it is a call for action. For example, I want you to register for an event, which I can easily put up just by putting a graphic. I put a hyperlink to instruct them, okay, you want to register for this event, limited to 15, please register now, click here. So all this can be achieved very quickly by using the banner. All right, that means to say you actually do something about the banner, and as a student, I can take action. So below, where you can see the word basic lesson 1, that is under category. So this app is basically it's very simple for the user to look at. We have a banner on top, and then it is subdivided in 2 categories. So basic lesson 1 is 1 category. So you create the category for easy access of content. So then you will see basic lesson 2, okay, and so forth. These are all categories, okay. So for the purpose of pre-class, I will only allow them to go to basic lesson 1 because because we don't have a lot of time, I will show you everything. Meaning to say you can also see lesson 2 because I can do a drip learning sort of thing. Meaning to say I allow them only see basic lesson 1. They will not see a basic lesson 2. You have the power to do that. So when I come onto the virtual classroom, I finish the class, and then I can actually open up lesson 2 for them. Okay, whether I want to close lesson 1 is up to me as a teacher. I have the design right. So don't worry, okay? You'll be able to do all that so that the app for the student very clean. Okay, so they will only see what you want them to see, and it's always something that is relevant to them. Okay, so now can I bring you just fast forward? Let's say we have done this pre-class. We went onto the virtual classroom already. So we have finished the virtual. So now we are saying, okay, as a teacher, you will tell the student, all right, so now you can do revision. All right, you are ready. I push notification to them and say, okay, you will get your revision ready in 1 day's time. Or because maybe you need some time to prepare new content, because during the virtual classroom, we can in fact use user-generated content. I will also be sharing with you during my training with you how to have user-generated content that is from the student body. Why do we want to advocate that? Is because it is very interesting for the student, because that will make them very motivated. That will make them more engaged to come for the next class. Because through the conventional way of delivering, it's a bit too fixed. All right, so through VOC, we can do something dramatically interesting, different and interesting, but with ease. So we take the user-generated content from the student. Okay, maybe I elaborate, take 1 minute to elaborate. User-generated content could be when we ask them to do an exercise like on the multi-drawing board that Leo was mentioning to you. We can actually collect their ideas by getting everyone to draw on that one piece of board. There's a way to do it, and I can share with you during our training. So when they contribute ideas, then they will actually form perhaps a new idea, or maybe they form a new maybe understanding, a new picture, a new concept, a new way of doing something. So that is what I meant by user-generated content, and they will be very, very fascinated because they will feel that collectively as a class we generated something, we created something brand new and very exciting. So we can take that and make it into the basic lesson 2 content for them to further build their learning on. So okay, so now, assuming that I've done that, within a day, I will send a notification to them. All the students will be able to, they'll see on the phone and the app, okay, teacher has already something very interesting for us to follow up, to study, so that we prepare for the lesson 2. So then we go for revision. For example, this is revision. I just click onto the revision to show you. So we revise what we studied, but not the same content. We revise. So this is, I just take you through very quickly that you can actually have quick revision. So it's a recap of what we've learned. All right, this has audio, but I'm not sure whether you're hearing it, but there's audio. So it is multimedia. It's very interesting for students to learn. And in fact, you can, as a teacher, you can use your voice. They will love it even more because they always idolize you, right? My teacher is the best. So anyway, you can do that very easily now. You can have localized content, meaning to say your voice, the situation that just happened, the local scene, everything put together in your content to deliver them for real life learning.
One of them said they can hear the voice.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, that's good. Thank you. So then, okay, I'm going to move on. So this is, can you see the buttons here? Now, these are buttons that are easily created by you. So you can use your own flair, all right? Basically, these are the way to navigate a learner. So whether left, right, or sometimes there is no button, it's only a question. All right, it's only a choice. Like, for example, there's a picture. Do you think this person deserves a prize, or do you think this person deserves, what do you call, a recognition, or he needs to? So there's this one we call scenario planning that you can actually do with your students, and they'll be very excited because they get involved, and but then they still learn. Okay, so it's a new way of delivering your ideas and your so-called foundations that highly involves them. I will show you how it's done during the training. So here, the navigation button, very simply, you just hyperlink your graphic, all right? Yeah, so then you can have all this animation. I recommend simple animation. It's not like we want to do the Walt Disney cartoon. No. We want to do something that is really high impact, simple, quick, and drive the point across. Drive the point home to the learner. So over here, we show the anatomy. At the same time, again, this video can be you playing as a teacher or the student who pass up his work. Okay. Right, so there's some sound here. Okay, it's playing now. Right, so you can even provide them with scores so that they can continue to practice at home. There's a lot of things that we can do that we can cater and localize for your particular class, and that is very powerful. Okay, so I want to emphasize to you that you can be very, very creative. All right, and the students will love you even more because you are providing them something that is so unique and is unique, personalized to them. Yes, Leo. Okay, so the next thing is that you can also give them a bit of fun. So, for example, you can let them relax and play a simple quiz, but in a way, this simple quiz is still a revision. How's that? It's fun, right? Okay, now look at this little game we go. It's just a mock-up. It's just a sample for you to see. So in this format, we have them. They can choose anything. So they just click, and then okay, this is about knowing your instrument. How many strings? All right. So then revision. So maybe I say okay. I think it's 6. I think I can't remember. So right. So immediately there's a sound that says oh wrong. It's a self-assessment fun thingy, right? So let's say I want to try again. Okay, I go back, I try again. Okay, maybe I think it's 4. Oh, very good. Okay, you got it right. So okay, now I play another game. So okay, this is not related to music, but a different sort of game. So okay, then this is about matching the shape, right? So I think maybe the shape orange. Oh, wrong. Okay, so I try again until I get it. Oh yay, it's the whale, right? Okay, then I can go next, or I can go, So there are many things that we can do. Okay. All right, so how do I get back this one? Okay, so far, is it fun, guys? Okay, so now again, like I said, sky's the limit. You can give them a lot of resources to beef them up, to prep them, to get them all excited about the coming virtual lessons that they are going to have with you. And it can be done in such a way that fully localized and you build on their momentum. Not they chase your momentum, but you can actually see their momentum by again assessing their so-called course evaluation, meaning to say you can actually ask them how they feel about the previous class. This is where this comes in, yeah, the survey. This can be actually a class evaluation. So you can ask them by clicking, this is Google form, by the way, yeah. They can express to you, okay, they can express to you whether this class is too fast for them or too slow or what they like to see, you know, and stuff like that. This is great, right? I mean, it doesn't take very much, but these are important data that you can collect just like click of a finger. Okay, just put it in the app and tell everyone that they have to fill it up. So you can even receive it very quickly and you can do your analytics, simple analytics. Okay. All right. So one more thing I would like to emphasize to you also is that this is a very important thing that you will learn in the class when you come for it. I will share with you how to create this page, which this page can actually be in the page of your content. For example, to be very real, if I'm a student, right, you give me something new, you give me a new subject, I have tons of questions, right? I mean, then you ask me to do some research, watch this video, read this article. I have questions. So when I have questions, and usually I have to wait till I come to class to ask you, right? And sometimes by the time it happens, I forgot. Or I put somewhere, I write somewhere, and I lost the paper. So this can be inserted into your content to readily help them ask questions, because it is so important to help them build the interest, so that it doesn't get dampened, you know, because halfway I don't understand, I give up, right? Students are like that. So how you do it is very simple. I'll teach you in class, but I want to show you the effect of it. I'm now at a particular page I don't understand. I can click onto this call. Literally, this will make a phone call in the app. It will make a phone call to wherever the phone that you have designated, and this particular case is me. So if you click now in your app, you will call my number and I will receive. Okay. Now some of you will be very happy, but some of you will be very scared. Oh, and all the students call me how, you know, I'm not free. So never mind, don't worry. If you don't want to answer that question, okay, don't worry. You can also choose to not put the call. You just allow them to email you. Okay. So email is less intruding, right? So they can click and then they email you. So if you go onto the app, if you go onto this page, you click email, you will email me. All right. So we can do it to the level of even we can can the subject. So meaning to say, for this particular class, right, it is basic lesson 1. So I can have the subject already put there, basic lesson 1. So anything that the student key, they just have to key the question, that's all. No need to remember, you know, copy paste the email to another browser. Everything is done here. Students will love it. Everyone love it. So I just key quickly my question, my query, and teacher will be notified. Cool, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, the next thing is that okay, the visit. Now visit is very, very, very interesting. Now supposing gradually sometimes you want to do blended, right? You want them to go to a different location to do some kind of interaction, right? So this particular button, by clicking it, it will help. Let's say I am attending, or even I'm a parent, I want to come for a parents' day or a sports day or whatever, you know, or a certain event in school. The first time I'm coming, so I don't know how to navigate. This button will help to link to the Google Map. According to your address, will bring the parent or the student to the place where you have designated. Powerful, right? So that your reception area don't have to ring off the hook, because if you have like 30 people, you know, 10% keep calling you or 20%, these people keep calling you. I'm somewhere near, but I don't know where exactly. It's going to take a lot of time. This is not productive. So anyway, the visit button, or it is a map button, will help you to navigate people to your location. Okay, Leo is telling me time's up. Okay, I have to go really quick. So okay, so far, any questions pertaining to this Flip Learning app? Any questions before I move on?
We have some questions, Ms. Mel. One of the participants asked if we want to register to get the training for how to make our own app. Is it something that we gotta pay for,
This
or
is fun.
is it available for free?
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes, for free, it's free.
For 1 month, yeah? So
1
that
month.
you do something, yeah, so that you start to do something really effective and go out and impact a lot of people, right? So, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to share with you. We are, not just me, we are excited to share with you how that can be achieved.
Okay, I get that registration page again. Share with you.
But I need you to give one small airtime to show would you like to see the PowerPoint page, the source?
Okay.
Yes.
Because you'll be amazed. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I'll show you the source.
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yeah. I'm doing that. Hold on. This one. This one.
Miss
Okay.
Mel, so what the teacher needs to prepare is the PowerPoint presentation, because once we put it on the POC app, it's gonna generate it automatically, right, into an app for students to access. Okay, so that's our part as teachers. We need to prepare the PowerPoint and stuff. Okay, we'd love to see your example if you can share it with us.
Share screen.
Yeah.
We'll just do it very quickly, okay? Very quickly, so that we can let you go as soon as possible. We're gonna overrun. So sorry about it. Okay, come. Can you see the page?
Yes,
we can see the PowerPoint page. This is the source. So actually, the good news is you're already working on PowerPoint on your content. You're already minimum 50% done. Your work is done. All right. You need to work depending on how much you want to skew towards your audience, which is your learning class, that you need to make changes. So let's say for this one, okay, as you can see, this is the first page. Okay, so this is like the table of content, but we make it into pictorial. So just remember, there's a certain craft and skill to creating something interesting for your audience as a content app. So that one, again, I will share during my training. So for this one, I just take it through quickly. As you can see, these are the pages. They're very simple. Can you see? But they can create a lot of very, very good buzz and learning energy for the learner, for the student. So, okay, Leo is saying that very quickly, I show you this is literally just a graphic. Okay, you can create this very easily. Then you click onto it, you hyperlink. Okay, you can use this to hyperlink to another page, or for this one, literally, you can have what we call, when you hyperlink to the next page, the page itself. Okay, I'll do this. This will hyperlink, as you can see, to slide 4. So slide 4 now, as you can see, is over here. Now, how does slide 4 looks like? Basically, is your video. All right, your video is by inserting. I think you know how to do it. You insert the video and then you put it to autoplay. So when I make a choice at this page, whether I want to listen to an audio narration of this place, or I want to watch a video of this place, all right, I will just select from here. So we just do this simple action to provide the choice to the student. So now, based on this subject matter, the student want to listen something or wants to view something, this is the choice that we create for them. It's very simple. So all in all, this is how it looks like. Okay, so these are the pages for a small learning module. Okay, so this is how we do it. Is it simple? Very simple, right?
Yes.
I know I can't hear you, but I know in your heart you say, "Wow, so simple! I cannot believe it." Okay, so it's simple, but you just need to have a little bit of adjustment in terms of it must be an eye candy. It cannot be over cluttered. These are the little things that I will share with you, which you will pick up very, very easily, and you'll have tons of fun doing it, just like I have. Okay, so yes, Leo.
Registration.
Okay, so Leo is rushing me. Okay, so I if there's no more further question, I hand the time back to Leo. Okay, thank you very much. I look forward to see you all in the training class.
So
Thank you, Mr.
I want to share with you the registration page again, so that you know how to which email to send, in case you missed it.
Maybe guys, you will want to take a snapshot of this. You can actually take a
Screenshot.
Yeah, my team will send the details also to the students,
Okay.
so that they can
Yeah,
just
we can send it.
they don't miss any.
Okay. So just show your interest to
what
register.
Is the input PowerSheet? Okay, all right.
What is the size in the PPT that we should use? Is that A4 size? Okay, about the size, you just select 16:9. 16 to 9 in your PowerPoint. That will fit into anything. All right.
16 to 9 is your slide size. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We also during the training provide you some templates so they can make your content creation very easy. Okay. So that's about all we will share with you today. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. So is there anything else? Any last questions before we hand over the time back to you?
Bapak Ibu, ada lagi pertanyaan terakhir sebelum kita menutup sesi hari ini?
Okay, wait, let me stop sharing.
Yeah, Miss Mel and Mr. Leo, thank you so much. I do not know that making an app can be that easy.
Yes.
We really appreciate your work and your willingness to train us and share with us. I think a lot of teachers here are interested to join the training later, so we will make sure to share the detailed information for the registration link with the participants after this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We really enjoyed it. Like we can make, I'm sure the kids will also be benefited from what we do with this app. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Everyone can be a developer now. Everyone can be an app developer now. Very easy.
No, I'm more like a super, even more, love teacher, as in like, you really can help them to learn. And then you can really seriously sort of like gauge how to help them through the learning journey.
Yes.
Easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
We look forward to see all of you again in our next training.
Yeah, before we end, maybe teachers who are participating in this webinar, we will take a quick picture of all of us. If you don't mind, you can turn on your camera. So we will send it also to Mr. Leo and Miss Mel just to remind us that we are having this session with this amazing
Thank you.
speakers.
That's great.
Oh, my head.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take the picture. So I'm waiting for all the participants to wait a minute. Okay. Okay. We have two slides over here. I'm gonna take the first one first. Okay, sudah siap? Are you ready?
Good.
Not yet. Sorry, Mr. Leo. I'm having a little bit of trouble, but it's okay now. So 1, 2, and 3. Please smile. Okay, I have one more part. One more group of participants to take picture of. Give me a moment. Okay, one more. The second group. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, the second group, 3, 2, and 1. All right, thank you so much. Once
again, so much. Looking forward to see all of you again. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Miss Mel and Mr. Leo.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Miss Mel and Mr. Leo had to leave the room.
Yes.
It's okay if you want to leave now, sir. We really appreciate your time and Miss Mel too. Bapak Ibu, jangan beranjak dulu ya. Don't go anywhere. For the participants, we are sending you the feedback link. We would love to hear from you about what how can we do for the next term. We will also pass this to Mr. Leo and Miss Mel for some of the opinions from you. So, Bapak Ibu, kita minta waktunya sebentar. Bapak Ibu boleh klik linknya yang ada di kolom chat. Link ini terbuka 10 menit dari sekarang, jadi Bapak Ibu boleh sempatkan waktu sebentar untuk mengisi. Bapak Ibu, apakah sudah bisa mengakses linknya atau belum? Kalau ada yang kesulitan, boleh segera info di chat. Nanti kalau semuanya sudah bisa sudah bisa akses, maka kami akan tutup ruang Zoom. Nanti dalam waktu 10 menit ke depan linknya juga akan tertutup ya. Bapak Ibu bisa isi supaya juga untuk presensi juga ya untuk sertifikat buat Bapak Ibu. Oke, sudah bisa. Baik, terima kasih sekali lagi Bapak Ibu guru yang sudah bergabung bersama kami. Untuk training lanjutannya nanti kami akan kirimkan detailnya kepada Bapak Ibu. Bapak Ibu bisa mendaftar, nanti akan langsung belajar dengan Mr. Leo and Miss Mel dan tim yang nanti juga akan bantu trainingnya yang available juga dalam bahasa Indonesia ya. Jadi nanti Bapak Ibu bisa ikuti. Nanti kita akan share paling lambat dalam 3 hari ke depan, tapi kami usahakan secepatnya ya, karena mungkin Bapak Ibu banyak yang sudah tertarik untuk ikut training langsung dengan Miss Celia dan Miss Mel. Oke, mohon maaf jika ada banyak kekurangan dari kami sebagai tim Teachnspire, dan kami berharap bisa ketemu lagi Bapak Ibu guru di kegiatan Teachnspire berikutnya. Oke, selamat berakhir pekan Bapak Ibu, selamat beristirahat. Ya, selamat beristirahat dan sampai jumpa di waktu dan kesempatan berikutnya ya, Bapak Ibu. Terima kasih, sama-sama Miss Esther.
Thank you, Kak.
Sama-sama, who's that? Oh, ya, sama-sama Vera. Sama-sama Bapak Binsar. Terima kasih Miss Sally. Sampai jumpa lagi semuanya. Thank you Miss Ibet. Terima kasih juga Pak Raja. Jangan lupa diisi link feedback-nya ya Bapak Ibu. Sama-sama Pak Febrianto, ketemu lagi hari ini kita. Thank you Pak. Bye Miss Ibet. Thank you for learning with us today.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oke Bapak Ibu, saya minta izin untuk menutup ruang Zoom. Nanti boleh diisi feedback-nya dan ditunggu rekaman serta sesi dan semua informasi lainnya yang akan dikirimkan melalui WhatsApp dan juga email. Selamat siang Bapak Ibu.